Welcome to today's video. Jesus Christ. I was trying on some skins because it's like a cursed mods video. This is where you gotta draw the line, bro. The line was about 5 feet before this skin. Oh my god. Oh god, there's a pelvic zipper. All right, I'm getting out of this. I can't live like this, man. There we go, just the dinosaurs. Okay, we're gonna start off light and gradually get into much bigger stuff, starting here with this here rat. Oh, look at our hand. Oh my god, it's a it's just a big dinosaur mitten. Oh my god, that's amazing. 𝗕𝘂𝘀𝗀𝘀𝗀 additional critters, which adds a variety of adorable little craps. There's like freaking things like this, the 𝗕𝗂𝘀𝗀𝗀𝗀 Giga, which is a big awesome 𝗕𝗂𝘀𝘀𝘀 that you can ride on top of. This mod features some crazy stuff like tameable rats with infinite uses, or like 2 or 3 uses, but I don't know if you have the imagination of an idiot. It's about infinite. There's some awesome stuff too, like leopards and stuff. I guess honestly I was just going to showcase the rats, but I might as well showcase all the other crazy stuff in this, because I don't think I'm going to add it to my survival series, specifically because the raccoon looks cursed as hell, plus the mutated rats. Mutant rats is crazy. Who the hell wants mutant rats living in their neighborhood? Look at the fingers on that thing. But then you get adorable rats, cutest little 𝗕𝘂𝘀𝗀𝗀𝗀 you've ever seen. I've actually been tinkering with the idea of getting a pet rat so much. I keep seeing so many adorable rat videos on the internet. Here's the mutated rats. Poor little bastard is probably just some cute little rat that humans mess with, because that's what we do. But still, I'd kill that thing with a hammer, absolutely. The leopard's really just like a reskinned 𝗕𝗂𝘀𝗀𝗀𝗀, though, I'm pretty sure, right? I think the freaking mod kit is full of stuff like this, like reskinned, but there's so many beautiful, like, big cat variations to do, and honestly, I love it. I don't mind a reskin whatsoever, especially when it's something gorgeous like this. But it also comes with this freaking awesome faceplate saddle, just like armor for the beast, which makes it battle efficient, and honestly, just looking downright snazzy. It always bugs me Ark doesn't have more options like this for creatures. This wasn't the point either, but it's when there's like a giant jungle cat with armored face masks, you mention it. That's like what you do as a person. It's like in the bylaws. Where's my little crap bastard? You, the rat. The rat was the reason for it. The rat is the one that I want in my survival. Okay, it looks terrible on an inflatable shoulder, but this little turd is amazing, bro. He has so many good uses, and honestly, just rats are sweet. We got your freaking rat pouch accessory. We got your cheese accessory, your freaking lantern accessory. Between those 3 things, what else could you possibly need? Nothing. If you think of something, you're just a lying piece of... Look at that. I don't understand what the cheese is for. The other ones serve purposes. What is the cheese for? Gives 5% damage reduction to the rats. Oh my god, that's amazing. So basically it becomes a super rat, if you will. Just tie it onto there. Adorable. And then this, obviously, the pouch just gives 10% weight reduction to the rat so it can carry more stuff. Your little sweet, cute helper rat with its like fine stitching along the bag. That's craftsmanship, baby. You gotta pay extra for that kind of stuff. And then my favorite, my personal favorite. Actually, the cheese is my favorite. That's clearly the most adorable, but the most useful, I should say, is the lights, which gives a functional lantern. During the day, not very useful because I'm just a grown man in a dinosaur costume playing with a rat right now, aren't I? If we go to nighttime, the little bastard lights up. And then, obviously, you could, like, be on your shoulder. Just the permanent little nightlight everywhere you go. Not for some ridiculous reason, but because you're a little glow-in-the-dark rat. Or just light in the dark. I don't know. I freaking love having them follow you, though, because then you basically just have a little helper light with you everywhere you go. It's like some MMORPG companion that will probably die damn near instantly. In fact, the freaking seagull flying off with him would not be out of character at all. But otherwise, that's pretty cool. Imagine you had like 10 of these bad boys. I don't know. It reminds me of Ratcatcher in that freaking Suicide Squad movie. There's also the raccoon, which admittedly, upon first glance, I'd be like, why isn't he showing the raccoon more? But the raccoon... is because the raccoon kind of looks like crap. It's just, I don't know. It's cool to have a raccoon. He's also got some cool equipable items too I should check out. But the rats is amazing. And this guy's just got like sweet facial hair. My stuff! Oh my god! That freaking seagull just ate my raccoon. Yeah, I guess there's like a whole bunch of issues that can happen in this world. I turned my back for a second, and then armed with nothing but rats, there's really nothing you can do. He does change colors, but... It's not that much better, you know what I'm saying? In fact, once I start messing with the color wheel, I find everything just gets ruined like crazy. Because why the crap would I want a bright pink dinosaur? The raccoon gets his little medium backpack, gives 10% weight reduction to the raccoon. So it's a sweet backpack. I will say the backpack's the chillest part of the whole thing. It's even got himself like a little freaking hobbit blanket for traveling to Isengard. He's got his whole thing going on. You could just pick him up and go live life with your little buddy. Honestly, the peak companion right there. I just wish it was like a slightly better looking raccoon, but what can you do? Up next, we've got man's best friend, the 𝗕𝘂𝘀𝗶𝗶𝗀𝗀, a beautiful dog that is extremely detailed and shockingly unneutered. You will find out by its giant ball sack that's visibly all you can see when it's running, which honestly, I didn't get my dog neutered till he was like 12 years old, so I get it. Like, my logic behind it was just like, well, I don't want to be neutered because I don't know. I don't know what the hell I'm doing in life. Either way, feast your eyes on this magnificent beast. This mod dropped a bit ago. I was gonna add it to my world, but it seemed kind of janky, and I now see it's updated a bunch, and it actually is running pretty freaking smooth. Like, its animations are amazing. Its attacks, everything about it is so sweet, and it's big and beefy enough to actually handle the dinosaurs of this ecosystem. Well, I guess only freaking 1200 health at level 250 isn't that much, but for a dog, I mean, freaking dogs can get eaten by coyotes. This thing could eat raptors to an extent. I mean, that's a pretty good trot, you know what I'm saying? Like, the detail in this thing is astounding. The run, when it first came out, didn't seem as great, but now it's like literally a perfect dog run. Everything about this is amazing. Even like this dog just running through the shallow waters. Pretty freaking splendiferous, to be honest. In fact, for that world boss or that map boss we gotta fight later, I was kind of thinking to just go in there with an army of 𝗕𝘂𝘀𝗶𝗀𝗀. Just that seems like a pretty amazing way to rip something apart. That's so cool. Dog panting. It's so authentic. And then, could it eat giant turtles? Well, I guess we have admin commands on, so we're gonna be kind of invincible anyways. I think it only has the... Okay, yeah, so it has the left click for a bite, and then the right click is a bit of a antagonize, but it looks mean as hell. It's like snarling, barking. It's doing that mean thing. It seems to have scared this turtle off. Or he's just like... stupid or something. I think the intimidation is literally driving the beast into neutrality. Oh no, I think I just had a command on that made me invisible to creatures. Would have been pretty sweet though. So does the right click actually do anything? Nah, bro, because it's a giant prehistoric turtle. It doesn't give a damn if a dog's barking in his face. Well, still, the other part's pretty cool. Look, I don't sleep much. A girl can dream, damn it. My favorite part is how it swims. Swims so perfect. Jumps kind of silly, but then you get in the water. Those are like absolutely pristine, perfect dog paddling. But I freaking mess with models too much. I feel like it's like, it also looks like deer. Like you could, I'm stupid. He's even kind of perking his face up in a way that dogs would. I wish dogs were this big. I'm sure the casualties would be astounding, like a dog on human casualties, but for those of us that don't get eaten, this would be a freaking remarkable experience. I don't know if they're going to be able to kill the boss in the end, but this is absolutely what we're going to be using. Just an army of dogs. I do think this is funny because the owners like cut the tail. They do that thing where they trim the tail and the ears so they look deformed, but they make them look like crazy hellhounds that are pretty awesome. I personally wouldn't do it, but to each their own. But how are you going to trim your dog's tail and not neuter him? Like, you're already getting surgery on this animal, you know what I mean? At least do the one that's like for their health benefit. I don't know, confusing. Again, I can't judge. It's just if you're cutting a bunch of stuff off, you know what I mean? But you can't deny that looks beautiful. I hope this becomes a trend and we just get more and more dogs in Ark Survival Evolved. That's like a... I mean, we just got cats. It's coming together beautifully. Up next, we've got the 𝗕𝘂𝘀𝗀𝘀𝗀𝗀, that crazy giant abomination hybrid that was made like way before... Honestly, this dude's like from the... He's old as hell. It's just he didn't really appear in anything except toys until... I guess ever. Looks pretty awesome, especially in Ascended and a freaking 𝗕𝘂𝘀𝘀𝗀𝘀. It's like a dream come true. Even though Goji Center kind of poked a million holes in this thing, it would need to be basically a quadruped to live like this, but still a great idea. There's a saddle and a bunch of different costumes for it, which I guess we already have in cosmetics, so that was stupid. No, I think actually you gotta craft them. I can't remember. It's a pretty great creature. It's just animations are kind of silly, which I could even sort of look past, like the way the tail swings when he walks. I could eventually get past that. It's more just they spawn rapidly in the wilderness and their roars just like it's basically exactly what my Indoraptor mod does, or my Scorpius Rex mod. It's terrible and I gotta fix it. So but it's literally the same thing where they just spawn a bunch in the wild and their roar is so loud you hear it from far away. Once again, I'm a giant hypocrite, but but either way, damn it, it's beautiful. But the skins it comes with are incredible also. As far for attacks, actually, what do you do attack-wise, buddy? I'm imagining some bites, a claw scratch, and a Thagomizer tail. Oh, what? Yeah, there's the Thagomizer. Not much swinging to it, but he's doing what he got to do. How did I do that other move? You know, the attacks on this thing are actually pretty sweet. Okay, there's a scratch. A bite. Gotta bite people. I swear one of the times when I didn't see, it feels like one of those things where it's like an 80% chance it's going to be a Thagomizer swing. And then sometimes it's... Oh, that's the downward swing. Nope, I'm stupid. It's just X. X is how you use the horns. So this Ultimasaurus actually has an attack for every freaking appendage, which is the coolest thing ever. Possibly the coolest Ultimasaurus mod yet. I think the walking just needs a little bit of a fix, and then it'll be perfect. Oh my god. Dude, the dog barks as it rushes to attack stuff. That's gonna be so great later. I want to test out this T-Rex horn thing. I mean, tricorn. This. Yo, that's amazing. This is actually a really freaking cool thing. That's awesome. It's just now it's to the point where I'm only not adding it to my survival series because of the wild roaring thing, but also the tail swinging as he walks does kind of get to me a little bit. It just seems very crazy. The recharge on those freaking tricorns is astounding, but it's probably one of the best moves this thing has, so it makes sense. What about against a literal T-Rex? Instantly devoured him, or vaporized him, killed him. Why am I expanding my vocabulary? Come on. Yeah, that's crazy. That horn, it seems to be the magnum opus of this entire thing. They're all pretty amazing. This is the point. They're good mods. They're not bad mods whatsoever. It's just kind of a little crazy for the realm of the survival series as I'm currently doing, but they're still pretty great. Okay, there's the clean costume, combat costume, night hunter costume, mordant costume, and then base costume, arctic costume. I think I just have a bunch of the freaking same ones printed over the Rex clean costume. What the crap is that? This looks so much cooler than the skins that it normally comes with. It's just so much more realistic looking. And the red in the face is crazy. All of it's actually beautiful. So pretty. Okay, here's the mordant costume. A lot of them are barely different. Not many changes. You guys hear that insistent roaring in the distance? That's exactly why they're not on my series. Wow, this one looks beautiful too, though. Damn, it's growing on me, man. It's just a cool creature. Might have to tame one of these legitimately and just, I don't know. Hopefully vaporize all wild ones. It's very beautiful. The Night Hunter. Damn, that's kind of sweet. A little too purple for my liking, but I like the face blend. But, like, I don't know. If there was some black stripes within that purple, it'd look pretty damn cool. Yeah, these are great. This is probably my favorite, the base one. Damn, if this just fixes a tiny bit, it'll be the best mod ever. Oh, when he dies, he freezes up like that, though. He just lost some cool points right there. I have succumbed to the rings. Okay, the next one's called the Extreme Creatures Tyrannosaurus. Ignore the additional critters photo on the left. Sometimes the thing just doesn't update. But this is it. It's a big, freaking awesome, beautiful T-Rex that honestly has some similarities to the Paleo T-Rex. I was wondering if there was some inspiration going on there or not, because the head, like the forehead ridges are damn near identical. This is like the same developer that made this one, the Spinosaurus. That's pretty freaking beautiful. Like, I'm pretty sure this is a model that's available online for purchase because I've seen it in other stuff, but he animated it and got it into the game, so I'm with it. And here's his T-Rex. It's supposed to be some kind of in the middle type of creature between T-Rex and Giganotosaurus. Like, it's the biggest T-Rex ever with a forehead ridge that does seem inspired by the Paleo-Rex. But everything else on it seems pretty different and custom, so that part's pretty cool. It's also giant as all hell compared to other T-Rexes. So here's like a standard T-Rex and the Paleo T-Rex for a size comparison, because it's supposed to be about giga size, giga power, but as a T-Rex. Pretty cool difference in saddles, to be honest. Here's like the vanilla one, here's the Paleo one, which is absolutely gorgeous, by the way, but obviously that team knows what they're doing. And then this, oh god, I fell. This saddle over here is pretty cool too, because I teleported. This just has a whole bunch of space for storage, which I'm a big fan of. I feel like the mod dev might just be a little bit more newer to the kind of stuff, just because the way the metal bar goes into the T-Rex mouth here, it kind of just phases into it. Where I feel like it's supposed to be more like this, just in there, and then this one just doesn't have a metal bar in its mouth at all, because honestly, I feel like it is bad for the creature. Like, it's like, I don't know. This feels a lot more humane, though with controlling a T-Rex, I'd probably want a big freaking metal bar in its mouth. Like, obviously, dinosaurs, all animals, deserve to be treated with respect and compassion. But it's a freaking T-Rex, you know what I mean? Like, some slight exemptions must be made. I actually had to just kind of look at him to make sure, because sometimes people have stolen models and then just added stuff to them. Like, if they just stole this model and beefed it out. But every part of the creature looks very different. Its arms are much stubbier, but, like, more muscular. Its legs are way thicker. Honestly, just about the entire creature seems way thicker. This dude's got these giant muscle legs with like calves for days, and then these are just more like crazy looking muscular bird legs. Everything's so beautiful. This dude's got a bite, right? His bite actually does seem kind of funny. I don't know what it is. Honestly, to model a T-Rex is so freaking difficult. People spend years doing it, so if you're more new to it, obviously it's not going to look perfect. This could still be like, I don't know. This would take me obviously a long time to do. It's also got a pretty sweet stomp, which, there we go. That honestly kind of made me almost wonder if it was just a reskin Paleo Rex, but I don't think it is, because this one's stomp is much differently animated. Plus, I feel like a T-Rex would just have a stomp generally, you know what I mean? So I feel like it's more just this took large inspiration from this, which honestly, I probably would also, because this is like the most beautiful T-Rex in the world right now. Well done, buddy. Good job being a big-ass dinosaur, but unfortunately, you just don't quite make the cut just yet. I got no idea what to say about this next one, man. Nothing. I'm pretty sure the entire mod's in, like, Chinese. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what this thing is. Probably something freaking sweet. This actually might legitimately be logical for a survival series. I've messed with this thing a good amount, and it's sweet, dude. It looks awesome. It's got, like, legitimate lifelike eyeballs in there. Like, the creature's got a soul. It looks like an evil bastard, but there's a soul in those eyes. The mouth, everything about it's pretty great. And honestly, its animations are pretty crazy too. Right now we're in swim mode, then it just goes to fly mode. Dude just pieces out. I was trying to do another attack completely. I didn't even know that happened. That's what I was trying to do. It's like, that's what he does. Then he goes back to this intergalactic haunting noise of a freaking heartbeat and exhaling. As far as his attacks go, it's just the big bites, and then, well, the moves we just showed, these actually do damage. The only reason he's not in a world of mine, actually, he's a little bit stronger than he used to be. The mod's gotten a buff. 8,000 health at level 251. I mean, obviously, it could be different, but that's just a rough estimate. It used to not be in my world because it had like 1,000 health at a couple hundred levels, and it just would have died. It would have been useless, but now it's pretty freaking haunting. Could absolutely go from the sky into the water, and then it's just a regular whale. Just blows my mind, bro. Hang on, could these attacks take you from in and outs? They can. That's sweet, killing stuff in the process. But then once again, you just fly right on out of there. Become a space whale. Hang on, buddy. Is it a stamina issue? What's limiting you from achieving potential? He usually flies right out of there so effortlessly, but this time we seem to be... Oh, there we go. Honestly, a pretty amazing intergalactic whatever the hell this thing is. The noises it's making are scaring the hell out of me. Beautiful. Again, don't even know what to call it. Its name is just a couple boxes because that's how Ark translates the Chinese language once again. So it's just like those two green boxes. Sure, there's a way to find it out. The mod's called... I'm actually just going to stop myself right there before trying to start sounding out Chinese words. Let's go see how strong this monster is. Into the tree line, though. I just love everything about this. Like a whale flying through the trees. The noises they gave it are so perfect. Like, it sounds haunting. Like, that's the noise you'd hear moments before some freaking cryptid monster shows up. Okay, so I'm fighting one of those freaking T-Rexes that we just looked at. And it's honestly kind of beating the crap out of me. Just because I'm a whale doesn't mean I hit whale-like strengths. I don't know. I'd kind of almost expect us to be a lot tougher. Because, like, what are we made out of? Stone or something? Whatever it is, it must far exceed flesh. Something's eating rats down there. Oh, my God. Whoop! Oh, yeah, that belly flop just is not as effective as I'd like it to be. Although this dude's losing a lot of health, we're just losing it a little quicker. Oh, damn. Oh, shit. It's cool he flips over when he dies, though, even in the air, like a dead whale, you know? It's pretty neat. Okay, the final mod is a map called Necrotic Dominion, which does cost 10 bucks, but it comes with some pretty awesome stuff. As far as I could tell, though, it's actually a pretty small map. It's like a generally small island that doesn't have that much, and the ocean choices are very weird. This like current or shore, whatever it is, just kind of lining up all around every edge of the shore is a very creative decision. I don't know. But once you get to this tower, that's when things get awesome. Let me read this so I got it correctly. It's basically a procedurally generated necrotic tower that provides a different experience every time you enter. Procedurally generated stuff gets me going, bro. Plus, there's like 9 magic spells on this map and like 3 weapons to wield the magic spells. All sort of cool stuff. Typically, this area is loaded with like zombie dinosaurs, and then you go into here where you summon in all sorts of evil from this 𝗕𝗂𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 sacrifice altar. Basically, either the freaking alpha, beta, or gamma as usual. You just go through like 5 or 6 waves of undead dinosaurs and all kinds of awful crap until you get to the main boss at the end. I was gonna have a bunch of Doberman pinchers kind of just like power through this and defeat the Necrotic King, but there's simply no way, dude. I just went through this just with dev commands, and it's actually ridiculously difficult. I do love the design, though. Everything once you step into this fortress is absolutely beautiful. It makes me think that there's a chance the mod devs have plans for the rest of this stuff, but I don't know yet. Don't take that from me until it's verified by somebody. It's just weird how well done all this is, and then the rest is just very simple and small. Makes me think there's more going on here. All right, I'm just gonna go through this with the commands so you guys can see what it's like. Again, the Dobermans will not be a part of this. I legitimately don't think they'd last through the first wave, even just on Gamma. Let's head on in. All right, so we're just gonna check out the Gamma one because can't really beat any of them anyways. This is sweet, dude. The souls coming through. Really, everything once within the fortress is very well done. The skin that I'm using fits it perfectly as well. So it takes you into multiple temple areas, getting more and more extensive and ridiculous and full of death after the previous. This is the first one. You only have a few zombie dinosaurs, but this guy seems like an idiot. No, there we go. Covered in like cuts and scratches and bruises and just gore and pure evil. What I've been doing to bypass it, though, is just being a sneaker and deleting all dinosaurs. These get to casually go into the next one. The second one's a lot bigger than the first one. A lot more dangerous as well. Multiple ways up to the green portal. I think you have to kill every single dinosaur in here anyways, though, to be able to get into the green portal, so it doesn't even matter. My God, look at all these undead compies. This would be a freaking nightmare. Like, good God, look at them all. There's so many of them. 30. Are they legitimately undead to be in here? You have to be in, yeah, they're like little zombie ones. Oh my God. Wow, this would suck. There's so many of them. Yeah, my Dobermans would not have made it, but freaking 15 feet in here. Even an army of them. Just no chance. Oh yeah, I wanted to see if they do all actually have to be dead. They do. All right. The third room doesn't look too bad. Well, obviously way worse than the previous. Those compies were just next level. I just ate a bunch of cereal that for some reason is about to be thrown up all over my, my computer. Cereal's weird. All right, pretty fancy. Yeah, there's a lot of death waiting for you in this one. You gotta get really far to get to those freaking doors. But then eventually, I also went the wrong way entirely. It becomes a maze, dude. Quite amazing, to be honest. Now, again, completely irrelevant. There's even artifacts in here. Interesting. I guess that makes sense. This is how you get artifacts in this map, because it's too small to have a bunch of caves and stuff. I'm sure the developers thought out a lot of stuff. It doesn't seem like a quick cash grab because of the tremendous amount of work put into this place. Look at all these skulls, for God's sakes. Like, only their heads was left behind. Where did their bodies go? And in the fourth room, I don't know. They haven't spawned in yet. Oh, yes, they have. They're all over the place. It's so freaking big that they're spread out like crazy. This room actually doesn't seem difficult compared to the others. Unless it's just more dinosaurs. Yeah, I guess each temple area is bigger and bigger. There's so many raptors in this room. You know what? I'm sure this will be a big pain in the balls. And considering it's just Gamma. Yeah, there's a lot of nonsense in here. And you can't leave once you begin either. Crazy. Oh, unless everyone's dead. And then, no way, another one. It just keeps going. Oh my God. That's definitely the last room, though, for sure. Very impressive. Even just flying through here takes a freaking minute. Huh? There's more of them? Wow, you gotta really freaking bust your balls to get through this crap. I'm almost tired of flying through it. I could imagine killing all these dinosaurs. Good God. But I guess, oh yeah, the final one's freaking held off by a zombie Giga. Oh, that just sounds fun with a bunch of bats littered in the room too. Yeah, what a splendid time for the whole family. Oh, I think this is it. It is. And there he is, the necrotic king. At first, I thought he was Medusa because he came down here with his hair all up in a bunch. I look like freaking Van Helsing. Oh, I pooped! All my aura just flew out of my ass. He's ginormous, I'll give him that. He's freaking awesome. I'd love to have a survival series around this, but it's just a little too out of the ordinary, a little too non-kaiju or monster based for me. I guess it is a monster. It's all relative, but it's an undead one. Unfortunately, I have ghost powers, or I have admin powers completely canceling out his ghost powers. I'm just seeing if he does something crazy. Besides, look good as hell in that dress. You know what I'm saying? It had to be a dress. And once you kill him atop his mountain of skulls and you claim treasures no mortal was ever meant to lay his hands upon. Begone, witch! That's crazy. And then he released his souls and some stank. What'd you drop, buddy? Ooh, lordy. Dude, that's sweet. The Lich King's head, the freaking Journeyman Lich sword, and the Journeyman Lich's crown. That's a blueprint, you blind idiot. Well, this isn't. Oh, it glows. Oh, it's a broken sword. What in the Lord of the Rings, bro? Needs to be mended by like an elf or, I don't know, one of those hot pointy-eared idiots. Then once you're done, you leave through the front door. This mod's freaking crazy, but as I said multiple times so far, it's just a little too out of the ordinary for me to get into, but I'm sure there's tons of people who would love this, as well as like whatever plans they have for the future. Hopefully they have plans, because this whole bit is amazing. It's just the rest of the map doesn't really fit the je ne sais quoi too much, unless it's just a normal Ark map where everything's beautiful and splendiferous. But then this evil area has evil spreading in the vicinity around it, so only things around it get touched by its evil. Honestly, I get it. It's pretty cool too. I think it's more just this freaking line that goes throughout the coast that drives me nuts. Like, what is that even? How's that naturally occurring? It just doesn't make sense to me. Either way, though, if you made it to the end of the video, if you sat through every one of these cursed mods that are beautiful but just kind of cursed, then you're awesome. Thank you so much. Leave a like on the video, subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time.